morning, everyone. Happy Supercharged Manifesting Monday. Oh my goodness, if you can hear, I lost my voice. Had way too much fun the last 5 days at our elite retreat on the beach. We were dancing and screaming and going for walks and just doing way too much voice stuff, like having way too much fun with my voice. So hopefully you can make sense of this share this morning, but good morning to all of you. This morning, happy Monday. I see I've got Facebook and Instagram, and as you know, I'm still kind of getting used to being on both. I keep looking this way and that way, but good morning. This morning, we're talking about efficient action, how to maximize your results. I think that's a really great way to start off this Monday morning. And love having so many friends watching with me. Good morning, Candy. Hi, Kimberly. Hey, Michael. Good morning from the UK. Lots and lots. Sarah. Good morning. Antonio. Hey, Corey. Happy. Yes, I love that. Good morning. It's Magnificent Monday. So let's see if I am not sure if that worked or not with Instagram. Oh, now I'm live. So good morning, Instagram. We're talking about efficient action this morning, and I was saying my voice is a little bit gone because I have had way too much fun this weekend at our elite retreat. We were dancing and screaming and staying up late and lots and lots and lots of talking and connecting. So hopefully you can hear me. My voice is a little bit strained, but good morning to all of you beautiful people out there. It's another Monday morning, and this morning we're talking about efficient action, how to maximize your results. So full confession, you all know, so many of you have been in our community for a really long time. You know me and my little Jamaican self, that action for me has been that place in my personal growth where I've had to do the biggest transformation, because I truly believed for a very long time that to create the success I wanted meant working really hard. So action for me was absolutely hard work. There was no other way. That was the only way to do it. So if you're like me and you've been thinking that, I thought I would start off this morning by sharing with what efficient action is not. Right? So we're going to be talking about efficient action, because I know you want to be more efficient. And we all know we have to take action to create results. And if you're like me, you want to be efficient about it. So you have more time to do the things that you love, right? You are working less and you're able to make more money. If you can be efficient in your action, then you have time. For me, the most valuable currency is time. Time to do the things I love is the most valuable for me. So as I'm transforming my little Jamaican hard worker bee self and reading The Science of Getting Rich, I came to understand what efficient action was not. And I think that'd be really valuable to start off with this Monday morning. So efficient action is not overworking. Efficient action is not overworking. It's not hustle. Efficient action is not hustle, and efficient action is not trying to do as many things as you can in the shortest amount of time. Now, you know, I'm a recovering perfectionist, workaholic, hustler, all of it, recovering all of it. And I remember I used to be really proud to tell Diane, I don't have the time for that because I have 17,000 things on my list that I have to do. And then, you know, she would always kind of look at me like, do you think you're going to get a prize because you have this large number of things to do? She would say, we both have 24 hours. Like, that's the reality. So if it makes you feel better to say you have so many things to do, go for it. But at the end of the day, we both have the same amount of time to get things done. And so thanks to Diane, thanks to my journey, thanks to really me just committing to wanting to enjoy life, I had to evaluate, like, I am not being very efficient. I feel like I'm working really hard. I'm not getting the results. And when they do come, it's almost like I'm resentful because I've had to push and effort so much to create these results that, my God, even when they come, I can't even enjoy them because I'm on to the next thing I have to hustle and grind and rush for. So actually, if you're doing that, I want you to know that you're actually being inefficient. That is not that approach is not the way to be efficient in your action. I know if you're like me, when I first heard that, it was like a dagger. Like me being so organized and making sure my to-do list is full and my calendar is full and I have all these things that I'm in movement towards. You mean that's being inefficient? It was like, wait a second, this is going to require a whole mindset makeover. I like my whole body went into resistance. But I was curious enough to learn about efficient action that I really, as you know, the foundation of my work is the book, The Science of Getting Rich. And so I really went into reading that chapter on efficient action because I just gotten to the point in my life, honestly, where the thing I wanted the most was time. Yes, I know we can make money and money comes and goes, but the number one asset to me is time. And so I started to realize, and you might be able to appreciate this, you feel very busy, but you're not productive. You feel really busy. You're doing a lot. You're like doing your little perfectionist thing. You're, getting yourself organized always. You're constantly, and you really do believe you're in action, but you're not feeling productive. You're not getting results. The needle doesn't feel like it's moving. So I want you guys, especially on Facebook, let me know. Oh, Sarah says, definitely been working hard, but not efficiently. Yep, figured that out yesterday. Tracy says, yep, I figured that out yesterday. Yep, I cried and I was frustrated. Tracy, that moment that you're describing where you realize, my God, I've been working so hard for so long and I'm not getting the results. Like, is there a more efficient way to do this? That moment where you realize that, and like you said, you cried, I just want to sit there with you because that was me. When I realized that all of that, number one, did not get me the results that I wanted, and two, I could have been doing it a lot easier. So this morning, let's talk about what efficient action is. And here's the promise, the result. When you're acting in an efficient manner, you get more time, you get more done, and you make more money. And you become efficient at it. You get more time, you get more done, and you start to make more money. And the bottom line is that's what this is all about, right? So I want to read from this chapter in The Science of Getting Rich. It says, the cause of failure, if you've been wondering, why is the needle not moving? Why do I feel frustrated, like I'm not getting the results I want? The cause of failure is that you're doing too many things in an inefficient manner. You're doing too many things in an inefficient manner and not doing enough things in an efficient manner. So for me, when I read this, I was like, I will not stop till I figure out how to act efficiently. It says, if you do a sufficient, not even if you do all things efficiently, if you just do a sufficient number of acts, if you just do a sufficient number of efficient acts, you will become rich. If now it is possible for you to make each act an efficient one, you see again that the getting of riches is reduced to an exact science like math. And I love guarantees. I love formulas. I love just tell me exactly what to do. So if you're like me, you're probably like, all right, Tasha, tell me how to make every single action I take efficient. So number one, how can you make every action strong and efficient? When you go to take your actions, you want to have the full power, the full vision of what it is that you want to create. For a long time, when I would have my 17 things that I would be trying to get done every single day, there was no purpose to it. There was no big vision. It was just, for today, I feel I need to do these 17 things. And half the time it was so abstract. It wasn't even related to a goal or an outcome. Right? But once I got really clear on what is my vision, what is the thing that I'm working towards creating in my life, and then when I take the time to form that vision and hold it in my heart. Now, when I go to take action, every single thing I do, the power that's behind those actions is that my vision is connected to my action. The vision that I have, like if I were to turn my camera around, you would see my entire office is filled, not with things to do, but with my desired outcomes. So when I sit here and I am working, the thing that's always permeating my mind is my vision, the big result, right? So if you can hold your vision when you take action, everything that you're doing is tied to this big outcome, then your actions are powerful. Then your actions are strong. They're not just kind of loosely hanging out there and you're just busy. It's no longer busy work. It's tied to your vision. It has all the power of your desire tied into it. And then you start to see the needle moving, like people start moving towards you. Your little tiny actions start creating big results because now your actions are powerful. So that's number one. Number two, and this was my favorite, was learning about inspired action. And how can you make instead of making your actions just be a lot of things to do, how can you wait until you become inspired to act? When you take inspired action, that's also efficient action. So, like Diane will say, I won't go to work until I feel good. Because when you just wake up and just start hitting your to-do list and you're in a funk and you're in bad energy and you don't feel amazing and you're being doubtful and anxious and you're just having a blah day, that's the most inefficient thing you could do, because your actions for that day will be weak. They will not create big results. The energy that you have behind those actions have diluted the power of the actions themselves. So I have learned that I wait for inspiration. I wait till I feel good. I wait till I get a download to take an action. And sometimes that download could be, call this person. And that one little thing for the day, I can't tell you how many times I'll get off a call, I'll call Diane and I'll be like, oh my God, you won't believe who I just spoke to. And here's the big thing that's going to happen because of that. And I just go on and on and on. And then I realize, wow, that was a lot of energy. I think I'm done working for the day. That's it. Enough work for the day. Because really, what else is there to do? Like this one little call, I got this inspiration, call this person, I did it. So that's the other thing, right? When you get inspired to act, my friends, the thing that's missing for a lot of you is that you get the inspiration, but you don't take the action. And that is super inefficient. It's like you got the most massive, most powerful download as to exactly what you need to do, and then you don't do it. That is the most, and then what do? You go back to your busy work that doesn't create massive results. So me, when I get the inspiration, I take action. Those inspired thoughts that are telling me go do this action have led to some of the most incredible movements in my life, my business. I can't measure. And it's always, what amazes me is they're usually so simple, the simplest, easiest things to do. So you can understand, for this girl who grew up thinking, if you want big vision, if you want a big outcome in your life, it's going to require a big action. Like your actions needs to be commensurate with the outcome that you want. And then once I read about efficient action, I realized it has nothing to do with the size of the action at all. It has to do with the power behind each act. And when you're getting inspired, when you're getting downloads to do the things that you're being inspired to do them, to actually do them. And sometimes they're really tiny. It's amazing. Sometimes I can get inspired to write an email that might seem like, wow, in the grand scheme of things, I could go into who's going to open emails, who reads these anyway, are they going to take the action? I don't, which leads me to number 3. I don't get into any of that. I get the inspiration and then I take the action. So number 3, the third way to make all of your actions efficient is to detach from the outcome. Do not attach this particular result is going to come because I take this action. When you do that, you're doing what in the science of getting rich is called, you're acting in the future, right? So I can sit here and become so caught up in, I'm going to do this one thing because I believe this thing is going to lead to this result. And so the whole time I'm acting, I'm taking the action, I have all this burden and weight on the one little action, because it's like, I have to do this. I have to do this because this is the thing that's going to create this big, massive result. No, I just act in the now. I just take the action. I completely detach from the outcome. And I can't tell you, because I have that approach, my actions are so light. They're so efficient, right? There's no burden to them. And half the time, this specific action that I'm taking is not what creates the result. So making for example, one of my great examples I have for this was, there was a time in my life where I was a chapter leader for an organization, and we had to fill this luncheon every month. And every month I would pick up the phone and make phone calls to invite people. Invariably, none of the people I called came that month, but every month I had the numbers I needed and more. So if I were to attach, when I'm making these phone calls, is it resulting in these people showing up? No, it's not. I'm not going to make those phone calls anymore. I wouldn't have gotten the results that I got. But I knew I just need to act in the now. Part of the deal is I have to take some action, so I'm just going to make the phone calls. That's it. I'm not associating phone calls equals these people come to the event. I'm associating, I have to take this action. That's all. My part is to just take the action. Just do the phone calls. The universe's part is to fill the room, however that shows up, right? And so over time, the people that I would call, they might not come that month, but they would always end up coming. Sometimes it'd be a year later. It was quite fascinating. So the lesson for me that I learned from that, which I want you guys to take away this morning, is just release the attachment in your actions. When you are being guided to take an action, just act in the now. Give your energy, your full energy, to the action and not to the outcome. I hope that makes sense to you guys. All right. So with that, I thought we would end this morning with everyone just taking a moment, take a deep breath in, exhale. I have to calm myself down because I've been going for a while. So another deep breath in, exhale, and just, I don't really feel we need a lot of prep for this. Just within yourself, ask, what is the one action? What is the one action that I can take this week that will move my goals, my dreams, and my desires forward? What is the one action? In fact, I've been knowing that this is something I need to do. It's been inside. I've been putting it off. I've been not giving it attention. I've been, procrastinating. I've been doing whatever. But truthfully, Tasha, I know exactly what I need to do. What is the one action? Just close your eyes, and if it hasn't come yet, you might want to, just sit after this live and just be with yourself and ask that question. Whenever I feel too busy, this is one of my favorite things to do. I just go sit in my living room. I stop, I take a few breaths, and I just ask, what is the one thing that I can do to move my goals and my dreams forward? And once I get that download and that inspired action, I go do that thing with all my power behind it. I make it light. And sometimes, honestly, when I'm done with that one thing, that's it. That's it for the day. If I feel inspired to do more, I will. But usually that big action is the thing that creates all the momentum and movement that is needed. So I'm going to look. I love seeing you guys. I want to see if you are commenting. Let me know. I get it. Karen says, I get it. The universe knows how to make it happen for me. Yeah. So before we go, I would love for you guys to type in, what is your one action? Like, make that commitment visually here in our little group on Facebook, wherever you're watching. Just type it out. Like, make that commitment to yourself and to each other. Here's the thing that came to me. Here's the action that I'm going to take today or this week, whatever it feels like is right for you when you take it. All right. So I love seeing those. I love coming back and reading through the comments and supporting all of you guys here. So go ahead and type so I know what is your inspired action for the week. All right. Mwah! I love you guys. Go have an amazing, incredibly efficient acting week. No more being busy, no more overworking, no more hustle. It's not necessary. In fact, it's actually totally inefficient. Think about that. You've been doing it the wrong way. If you've been working hard and you've been hustling and grinding and trying to do as many things as you possibly can in as few hours as there are during the day, you've actually been inefficient. There is an easier way to make your actions become more powerful, to take the burden off of your actions so they feel light and you actually, oh my God, enjoy them. Yeah. And you get more time, more money, and you work less. To me, that's worth it. That's worth it all, right? So let me see. I'm excited to see what you guys have as the inspiration that you receive for the actions that you're going to take. And I'm going to read through the comments and give you guys all the support that you need this week. All right. Mwah! I love you guys. Have a great week. Bye.